The research outline and annotated bibliography give students a structure to delve deeper into their Expo projects.
Also the indentations. This is a hanging indent, left aligned on an annotated bib, and all subsequent lines are pushed in. So the students are doing a lot of online research, finding database articles, websites to support their project, build their own knowledge level. We spent a lot of time constructing that outline and then working on an annotated bibliography. So they summarized, assessed, and reflected upon the sources that they used. How can we broaden our research to make it more fresh? How can we show our audience that we've covered all of our bases, not just like looked in one database? And where do we get our information from?
People.
People, that's a big one. Not many of you had people resources in your annotated bibliography. You will. Who will be your people?
Your mentor.
Not only mentors, but using primary sources like interviews, speeches, firsthand accounts of things.
My idea is a home information screen that you hang up on your wall, like a flat panel TV, so that you can see the calendars of other members of your family, so you can plan better. You don't have to go asking everyone, like, what's your schedule, what's your schedule? You can just look at this gigantic screen and see what everyone's doing for the week. We can collect some video of people actually using our products to show that they might find it a more enjoyable experience, or we could get a testimony from someone who's used it to see if they enjoyed the product, or survey data to collect.
By encouraging the students to look for new sources of information, teachers help them place their projects in the real world with real-world issues.
I am making a prototype of a new chart based on feedback. I had an internship at the Danbury Hospital, so I just kept asking the nurses and the doctors what they didn't like about their charting systems. So specifically, there was a time when my grandpa had to get a blood transfusion, and he's supposed to get a certain medication before it, and if he doesn't, then he can go into heart failure, and they didn't give him that medication. Because of all that miscommunication, I wanted to create some type of solution.
Students can help each other think about who might not be into their project and why. This is useful information to understand and shore up some of the drawbacks to their innovations.
They may find it easier to use their own system, so they may not want to use this whole universal system.
Yeah,
Easier to stick with the status quo,
Yeah.
right? There has to be enough reason why.
I mean, I'm sure there'd be plenty of people that would be against it just because I'm sure the term universal and anything to do with healthcare might set some people off.
You're gonna have some resistance. See if you could tap into it.
My project is basically pointing out what's wrong with healthcare, so a lot of people are going to have resistance to that. So interviews from those people as to oh, this is not going to work because, and how I can counteract that.
Once students have completed their research outline, annotated bibliography, and time management plan, they have the 3 building blocks to create their website.
For our midterm exam, which comes in January, I require them to set up their online presence, which is one of the judging criteria for the Expo. So I give them an outline, or I would really call it a checklist of all the ingredients that need to be, their tab structure for their online presence.
Well, I finally decided on to do more of a website that's going to connect people from our elementary schools here at Region 15 to people in the high school, and they're going to who have the elementary schools who have went through divorce are going to connect older kids who have already went through divorce too, so they kind of mentor each other.
Each student's website will be unique based on the previous branding work that they did, creating a logo and understanding their audience.
But I tried to make mine a very personal sense, a very personal topic of divorce. They're going to put photos and a lot of quotes and stuff to make people feel it's a good place to be and it's comfortable, because that's kind of my goal, is to make people feel natural almost, not they're going to a therapist or something.
We modeled how to develop a website. They've done some of that in the past years, so there was a big variance as far as kids who were super comfortable made their website in 10 minutes. Some took a few weeks. They had never done that before. It's not a huge hurdle, but I think it's an essential life skill now. I would want all of our young people to go out into the world being able to, form a simple website. Once we get the website in place and they actually see all the things they've already done, it's it's an energizing kind of a, wow, I'm gonna be okay. I've got some significant work already done, and now I know I need to dig deeper into my project.
As students begin to really own their projects, they naturally reach out for advice in the larger world beyond the school. They're ready to engage in a community component that will test their projects on a larger stage.